No coins today, but if you want one just for sticking through. There you go. Here's some.
Yeah, I got communication. Yeah, that was she goes out for me and she goes questions. No, I think we lost that. I think it was team nine. Yeah, and you dumb. Yeah, it's the law. Let him back on your team. We're trying to do that, right?
Do what?
You're a team. You're a team. The A.
The A team.
We're on the app.
Oh.
You're the one with those guys. Yeah, you're the one with those guys. You're the one with those team. I just thought what it comes out to. Yeah. There's 3 people. Good luck with those guys.
Alright, are we ready? Oh, here, Lucy, you want some coins? Okay. Here, you want some coins? Here, hold on right there. Alright. Yes.
Do we have team names for this?
I don't care. Whatever.
Yeah. We're the law table. We're the law table.
Alright, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4 teams, right? Alright. Before we begin, real quick, this is your chance to pay attention. Your first page is 12 multiple choice questions. Your second page, it goes to 26. It's also multiple choice questions. Those multiple choice questions are worth 1 point each. Your third page of the exam is all true or false. From 27 to 39, they're also 1 point each. Your fourth page of the exam has, some diagrams, some like complete the diagrams. Let's see, a mass of 1 mole of a compound based on its formula, a Lewis dot diagram situation, which I need to fix because it's really not good. And I gave you, okay. Let's see. Some naming compounds, some writing compounds, formulas based on the name, and some looking at the name and knowing the compound formula. These are not ones that you're going to have to like memorize that flow chart. These are ones you've seen a million times this year and you should know how to use them. 2 balancing equations.
Oh no.
2.
2.
How much?
2. Then you get,
How much are the balancing equations?
Balancing equations are 2 points each. Then you've got in the back a word bank with matching for almost all of your laws plus a few other things.
Is the law of proportion?
The law of dynamic proportions.
Then you have some more fill in the blanks. And then you have those little diagrams that show you how the reactions look with like A plus B, AB breaks down into A plus B, you know what I mean? Then you have another word bank with matching, and this one will cover your different types of mixtures and solutions. And a couple fill in the blank, a very long question involving oxidation reduction that is I think word for word in your study packet, but it's like blank, this involves blank of electrons. The charge becomes more blank, therefore. Mhm. Yeah, oil rings, alliances, matching of your base pairs in DNA. This is gonna be DNA. It doesn't specifically say RNA or DNA, but it's DNA. La 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 la. What affects reaction rate? Temperature and entropy relationship. Theory and law. Science is settled. Signs of chemical reactions. Percent composition of a particular compound. Yep. Labeling a diagram with your, woo, periodic table. Oh, some of you weren't looking and I just flashed the whole exam right at you. Atoms per gram. And you got some extra credit questions. Two of them involve figures, like people we've discussed. And one of them is about calculating hydroxide ion concentration in a solution given its molarity. No, we read it too. Hang on. Calculate hydroxide ion concentration in an aqueous solution that has, concentration of hydronium. So you get the hydronium concentration, you need to give me the hydroxide. All right. Right. Not easy, but not impossible. All right. What's your team name over here? The Amish what? Amish Latinas. Yeah.
I'm excited. Yeah.
Drew, what you got a name for your group? The what? Dog supply? Liam, you guys in the back of a name? Law of what? Table proportions?
Here's the law of table proportions.
I'm not gonna be able to fit that. Oh, maybe I am. How about y'all? Couch. That's a good name. So we are gonna do like before. And we are gonna go in clockwise order. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and back around, just like before. Question back there, Xander. Oh yeah, I guess I gotta cancel those out. It's just somebody played out this morning. Make it 0. Oh, I can. It'll let me do that. All right. So, where are we going over here?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sure, famous, wait, where do you see that?
It's fine.
Let's go with, what's it called?
What's it called? Okay, as always, one person will give your team's answer so that it's not craziness. So denote your person. So your Colin person is Colin. Drew, who's your dog supply? Who's your answerer? Drew's the answerer. Proportions, table proportions. Who's your answerer? Liam?
Yeah.
All right, and Couch, who's your answerer? Y'all can contribute. I just need one person to speak so it doesn't get crazy. PJ. Okay. Colin, you said what? Sorry.
What's it called?
What's it called for 600? First answer.
Question.
The correct scientific notation for this number. Yeah.
Does it have to be in the form of a question?
Yes. Answer in the form of a question.
It's Jeopardy, what do you mean? What is 3.456 times 10 to the 11?
3.456 times 10 to the 11. That is correct. Very good. All right, dog supply. Where are we going?
Let's go to. That's fine. Try asking basis for 600.
Acids and bases for 600 dog supply. Maybe. There it goes. These two scientists revised the original definitions of acid and base to state that an acid is a hydrogen-containing species that donates a proton, and a base is a substance that accepts a proton. Do you guys know? Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Ba-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
No, I'll send
Who? Who is Bronstadt and Lowry? Very good. Very good. You got it. All right. Bounce into the back table proportions. Where are we going? Well, because it has to do specifically with acids and bases. Kinetics and energy for 600. The answer is maybe slow. This is required to remove an electron from an atom. Keep adding words.
What is ionization energy?
What is ionization energy? And you are correct. All right, couch. Where are we going? Who done it? Who done it for 600? David Farina, better known by this name, has a following of 1.33 million people, us included, who are seriously disappointed in his decision to cut his hair.
Who is Professor Dave?
Who is Professor Dave? You are correct. Who is Professor Dave? Very good. All right, Colin, you guys are up. Where are we going?
Let's bond. 600.
Let's bond for 6.
No.
Well, Yusuf is still going to show up when he finishes his AP, and some y'all are going to fight over him. So, because we have 4, and 4, so somebody's going to get 5th. We may have to like draw straws or something.
We actually have 5 people.
There we go.
James, what the heck is that?
This bond occurs when electrons are shared by the electrons shared by 2 atoms are held more closely by 1 atom.
What is a polar bond?
What is a polar bond? He says polar covalent is correct. Yep. Dog supply. Where are we going? Where are we going, dog supply? What? Oh, do you measure up for 600? Okay. This is described by the term accuracy.
How close measurement is?
What is?
What is? How close a measurement is to actual?
What is? How close a measurement is to its actual value. Correct. Very good. And we are moving on. So, table.
It's elemental for 600.
It's elemental for 600. The mass in grams of 1 mole of a substance.
He doesn't like it shit. Are you asking for like the actual amount of grams or what it's called?
What is the mass in grams? Mass in grams of a substance is called something. What's it called?
Asking for a number.
What could I possibly be asking for here? Do you know the substance? Hey.
He said it. Yeah, he did.
All right, couch.
What is?
React. What's this one?
React for 600. This is the slowest step in a reaction. Shh, in the back. Shh, shh. They're talking.
No, fuck. You guys are done?
Shh. Bang.
You guys are done?
Do, 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 do.
It's a long
Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. What is? We don't know. Does anybody know before I click it? Drew?
Determined step.
There you go. It's going to be rate determining step. All right.
Wait, I don't think have.
Oh, wait, you-
points. We have them.
Sorry, you should have that one. Hold on.
No, boy.
Yeah, you should keep that one. Sorry, didn't mean to hit that. Okay. Over here. Amish people, what are we doing? Oh, hola, Amish Latinas. Where are we going?
Mixtures and solutions, 600.
Mixtures and solutions for 600. The quantity of a solute that is contained in a particular quantity of solvent or solution. What is concentration? Very good. And dog supply. Formulate 600. This is derived from the average mass of an element's isotopes weighted by the percent of their abundance in nature. This kind of didn't fit in another category. What is atomic mass? Very good. Guys in the back. Shh. Now it's your turn. Where are we going? Didn't even know.
Oh. Yeah.
What are you doing? 600. Yes, they got it right. And what was your answer, Colin? They didn't hear you. Atomic mass. All right, guys in the back. Table. This law states that a chemical compound always contains the same elements combined together in the same proportion by mass.
No, wait.
Fortunately, this is given as a word bank. So when you go past one you've decided to use, you can cross it out and move on to the next one so you're not pulling it out of your wazoo, because that's always fun. Do 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 do. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Well,
It's the law of direct proportions.
what is the law of direct proportions? Oh, no win. Okay, couch.
Elemental. 500.
It's elemental for 500. Everybody should be paying attention to all these.
You get an L on.
The amount of time it takes for 1/2 of a radioactive isotope to decay.
What is a half-life?
What is a half-life? Correct. And now look at this. All right. Amish Latinas. I hate this is ridiculous. Anyway, I'm sorry. Well, y'all are so dumb. I love you. I love you. Yes. What's it called for 500? Shh. Table proportions. You're too loud. Zip it.
If it's not your turn, shut up.
Yeah, okay. This is a compound which produces ions when dissolved in a solution such as water.
A specific compound? or-
Not a specific compound. What do you call a compound that produces ions when it's dissolved in a solution such as water? He knows it.
It's an electrolyte.
There you go. An electrolyte. Very good. Excellent. All right, dog supply. What's up, dogs? Drew, where are we going? Kinetics and energy for 500. Phase changes are endothermic or exothermic. What are some examples of phase changes?
Oh, like,
Yeah, what are some examples of phase changes?
okay, so liquid to solid is freezing. To
Can you
solid,
answer in the form of a question?
He said what is like 30 seconds ago. It's a long answer.
solid is melting. Liquid to gas is vaporization. Yeah, solid to gas is sublimation. Gas to. Liquid, did I say that one?
No,
That's
no,
evaporating.
no. Gas to liquid.
Sorry, gas. That's condensation.
Yep, there's one more.
Which one am I missing?
You are missing gas to solid.
Gas to solid, oh, that's.
Your team can help you.
Right, let's say list some.
It did say list some, so yeah.
Liquid to solid.
Yeah, I'm figuring some front.
You did say that.
You said that. so no-
Solid.
No points for you.
But he'd already said it right once the first time before he repeated it wrong. It says some and not all, so I'll give it to you, but this is what we're dealing with. Melting, freezing, evaporation, condensations, and it will be it'll have like liquid on one side, gas on the other, and a box in between. You're gonna fill in the box, right? Okay, table proportions.
It's also.
Wait.
Acids and bases for 500. Nucleic acids exist as base pairs in the structure of DNA. This is how the 4 nucleic acids pair. You can just give me the 2 sets, the 2 pairs.
What is A to T and G to C?
There we go. Yep. It's going to be adenine to thymine and cytosine to guanine. Very good. Okay, couch, where are we going?
Do you measure up to 500?
Do you measure up for 500? This branch of chemistry deals with quantities and reactions, sort of like a recipe deals with quantities of ingredients in a dish. Your teammates can help you.
What is calorimetry?
Calorimetry? No, that's gonna be wrong. Who knows? Do you know? Your hand went up first. Stoichiometry is what we're looking for. Very good, very good. All right, we're back to my Amish Latinas. What are we doing now?
With, what's the one in the middle?
Who done it?
Who done it now?
No.
Let's do mixtures and solutions.
Mixtures and solutions, 500. A mixture of a fluid that contains solid particles sufficiently large for sedimentation.
It is a.
Huddle up. Not even a thing. You're basically describing the law of constant proportions and calling it something else.
What is a suspension?
There you go. What is a suspension? They got it right. That one should be a little easier if you did earth science too, because we talked about suspensions within like moving water and suspensions of particles within air when we got into our erosion stuff. All right, dog supply. Why don't you ask one of them what they want to pick? It's elemental. 400. Graphite, charcoal, and diamond are all these of carbon. Very good. Allotropes is correct. Oh, no. That popped up right when I got there. Okay. Table proportions. Where are we going? Acids and bases for 400. An acid base, this should say reaction, creates these two products. So think about the reaction and then think about what the products are always going to include. What types of substances are always in the products?
Conjugate acid and a conjugate base. You're cooked.
Oh, products. What we're looking for, yeah. What I'm looking for is water and salt.
What?
Should I give him that one?
I think that's right.
I think I should because it's not incorrect.
That is
Not incorrect.
No.
But on the exam, I'm looking for water and a salt.
Okay.
Acid-base reaction produces what? Water and a salt.
I have in my notes and everything.
Yep. All right, couch. What are we doing?
Yeah, 500.
React for 500. In this type of reaction, binary compounds typically break down into two elements.
Decomposition reaction.
Decomposition reaction. Very good. All right, Amish.
No.
Who done it? 500?
Got it.
Who done it? 500. This Swedish chemist proposed the first definitions of acids and bases. First definitions. The one person.
Say it. No, I don't know his name.
It starts with an A, but I don't know his name. This was the first acid-base theory. It was then revised. No, that was going to be the revised. And that's two people. Ah, the law of Swedish meatballs.
It's a person.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. La da 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 da. Answer. They don't know? Do you know? Arrhenius is who we are looking for. Very good, Arrhenius. Very good. I said it. Dog supply, where are we going? It's your turn. Ask them where they want to go, or you pick whatever you're doing.
It's two less bonds.
Let's bond for 500. Peptide bonds join amino acids together to form these macromolecules. Good. You got it. Very good. All right. Table proportions. Where are we going? Acids and bases for 300. This is the pH range of an acid.
Seven and lower.
7 and below. Yeah, I'll take that. 0 to 7. Excellent. All right, couch. Actually, it's below 7, really. Yeah, below 7, not 7 and below, but below 7. Yes, because 7 would be neutral. All right. It's a gas for 500. It's a gas. Let's see. This refers to the decrease in solubility of an ionic precipitate by the addition to the solution of soluble compound with which this isn't really about gas, it just had to fit somewhere, with an ion in common with the precipitate. Shh. Decrease in solubility of an ionic precipitate with the addition to the solution of a soluble compound with an ion in common with the precipitate. We did this in a lab.
Oh, what is common ion law?
Common ion. You're so close. I'm gonna let you have it. Common ion effect. There you go.
It says an other law.
Yes, that's pretty good. Hola. Hola.
She's not saying the name.
¿Cómo estás?
She doesn't know how to say the name.
500.
Formulate 500. What is it?
Oh, God.
You know?
No.
Oh, it's sulfuric acid.
Hey, they got it. These are going to be ones you've seen again and again and again in lab. You should know them. You should just know them.
What is?
Yes, what is sulfuric? He said, all right, what's up, dog supply? Bow, wow, wow. Where are we going? What's it, what? What's it called for 400? All right. A negatively charged electrode. Yeah, what is, somebody said it, say it louder. It is an anode. Table proportions.
Guys.
This is twice they don't realize it's their turn. Where are we going?
Acids
Acids and bases for 200.
What?
Acids are proton blank, while bases are proton blank.
Answer's a little bit janky compared to that. What is acid? No protons while bases receive them.
So bases are receptors and acids are donors, is what you're saying? You are right. There you go. What are donors and receptors respectively? Couch.
Done it.
Who done it for 400? This man discovered that muscle and nerve tissues function with electricity. He accidentally and then on purpose experimented with the posterior extremities of frogs. Shh. Guys in the back. Shh. Who is? Who is Luigi Galvani? You are right. The frogman. Frogman Galvani. All right. Hola.
Let's go with. Sure, kinetics and energy. 400.
Kinetics and energy for 400. These are the three components of collision theory.
What are atoms must collide?
Particles must collide.
Collide.
Mhm.
It must be the correct orientation and have sufficient force.
There you go. Must collide with enough energy or force and must be properly oriented. Do y'all remember this one? This is the one where it's like the little graphic we had showed like a little, it was like a little Pac-Man thing. And it was like, if they don't collide, there's no collision. If they just barely bump, there's no collision. And then they have to go with the correct orientation. Like it can't come at it that way. Right? Right on. All right, dog supply. Do you measure up for 400? Avogadro's number is equal to the number of units of a substance in one of these. What is a mole? Very good. Table proportions, you're up. Acids and bases, finishing out the category here. pH is a measure of hydrogen ion concentration, while this is a measure of hydroxide ion concentration. Thinking. Do, 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 do.
Oh, wait. No.
Yes.
POA.
Hey, Jordan with the save. What is POH? Very good.
Flag says P.
Couch, what's up?
Not wet. They don't have it all.
Yeah, like we do it that one time. I'll get it in here. I did that one time you just showed.
Yeah.
Y'all in the back. Proportions, people. Shh. You won't be able to hear, and you should watch these because this is your review too. Mixtures and solutions for 400, they say. This is a mixture in which the particles are easily separated.
What is heterogeneous?
What is heterogeneous? That is correct. Hola.
Let's go with, let's bond, 400.
Let's bond for 400. The unique properties of water are due to this type of bond. All right. What are hydrogen bonds? Very good. Pay attention, you're missing review. Dog supply.
React to 400.
React for 400. These 5 things can affect reaction rates.
Oh.
What is
Hold on.
concentration,
Mhm,
temperature,
mhm.
pressure,
4 gases, correct?
surface area,
Mhm.
Friends of the cows.
Look at you.
Let's go.
There you go. Very good. Outstanding. All right, to the back. Where are we going?
Formulate 400.
Formulate for 400. Okay, what's the substance?
What is pearl table salt?
Yep, and what's the chemical name there? There you go. Sodium chloride, which is good old table salt. You are correct. Very good.
Oh.
Couch, where are we going? It's a gas. For, what is it? No, gas laws, this one, 400? 400, okay, it's a gas. This law states the relationship between temperature and volume like in a hot air balloon. Think back to the slides. Remember the hot air balloon? What was on that slide? Do you remember?
What is Charles' law?
Outstanding.
Yes.
Very good. Very good. All right. Weirdos. Wait. What do we want?
What's it called? 300.
What's it called? 300. In an experiment, this is the variable you change.
What is the independent variable?
What is your independent variable? Very good. Dog supply, what's up? What up, dogs?
Yeah, again.
React for
We have
300. Oxidation involves a blank of electrons. This makes the charge more positive.
this a lot.
Loss of electrons. Now, if you had a question that was worded, easy. Oxidation involves a what of electrons? A loss that makes the charge more positive. As the charges become more positive, particles collect at the oppositely charged electrode, known as the
Cathode.
oppositely charged. If it's more positive, they go to the oppositely charged. So they go to the negative electrode, which is the anode. And then if you add the reverse of that question, reduction involves the gain of electrons. It makes the charge more negative. As the charges become more negative, particles collect at the oppositely charged electron, known as the, that's what you're gonna do. Put it all together for me. All right. Table.
Gas and other laws for 200.
200.
That's reading.
This law states when gases react to give products under the same condition of temperature and pressure, they react in simple whole number ratios by volumes.
Gas is law about gas is volume. Whatever.
Wow, very good.
Stuttered, don't give it to him.
He got it.
I still said it. Colin, I still got it.
He got it.
You're sing Colin.
All right, couch, where do we go?
Elemental.
It's elemental for 300.
It's not your turn.
An atom with a different number of neutrons. An atom with a different number of, listen, guys in the back. Some people can't hear the questions because you're noisy. So an atom with a different number of neutrons.
What is an isotope?
Isotope. Very good. All right, so keep it quiet when it's not your turn. All right, where are we going,
Go.
amigos?
That's spawn. You're crazy.
Let's spawn for 300. Okay. Y'all make me crazy. A water molecule has this type of polarity. Hmm.
We're talking, what do you mean by polarity?
Is water polar? Nonpolar?
What is What is bipolar? Polar.
Polar. Okay, water is polar. And remember this plays into like dissolves like. So polar dissolves polar, non-polar dissolves non-polar. So oil is non-polar, right? Oil is non-polar. Does oil dissolve in water? No, polar substances dissolve. Bipolar. Okay. Dogs. Gage, you in? Gabe, you in? You playing? What am I doing? Gabe, Andrew, are you guys helping pick? You're up.
No, you measure up 300.
He's lying. Do you measure up for 300? This is the most common unit of concentration. It's defined as the number of moles of solute present in exactly 1 liter of a solution. So it's moles per liter. What do we call this type of concentration? It's got a name. It's abbreviated with a capital M. You saw it 100 times this year in lab. There you go. What is molarity? Very good. Remember that one. All right, table, what's up? React 200. This involves a gain of electrons and makes the charge more negative. We just said it. Hey, very good. Okay, what's your mnemonic for oxidation reduction reactions? Give me one. Leo says GR, loss of electron oxidation, gain of electron reduction. What's another one? Oil rig. What's oil rig, Ridley? Oxidation is loss. Reduction is gain of electrons. What's the third one we did? Elmo. Electron loss means oxidation. There you go. You got it. Did I give you your points?
Yes.
Yes, I did. All right. What's up down here, couch people? Potatoes. What's going on?
It's a gas. It's big honey, because that's father.
It's a gas, but yeah. All right. This tells the relationship between pressure and temperature, like in a pressure cooker. Relationship between pressure and temperature, like in a pressure cooker. Guys in the back, shh. They're talking. Hang on. I'll give you a hint. We watched a video where a guy put an aluminum can over a pot of water and the sink and crushed, and he said it wrong.
Oh.
What is Gay-Lussac law?
Gay-Lussac's law. Yes, remember the guy in the video said it wrong and everybody giggled because it was like ridiculous. Yeah. Okay, there you go. The real Gay Lucas. All right, what's up? Mixtures and solutions for 300. This is dissolved. This does the dissolving. That's good, Asher.
What is solvent is dissolved? Yes. Solute does dissolve.
Solvent is dissolved. Solute does the dissolving. So a solute is dissolved and a solvent does the dissolving. Here's how I remember that one forever. WD-40, people like to spray it in locks, but it's a solvent. It's supposed to dissolve things. It's not a lubricant. If you can remember that it's a solvent, people get all bent out of shape about it on the internet and in this household, apparently. Yeah. All right. Dogs, what's up? Formulate 300. What is it? But what is? There you go. Hydrochloric acid. Very good. All right, table.
Let's bond for 2 hours.
Let's bond for 200. A bond in which two atoms share electrons. Answer.
Conflicting answers. I don't really want-
Well, you're in charge. You get to pick.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, what's your answer? Go with it, Liam. What's your gut? Oh no. Ionic is stealing. They don't share it. They steal. One donates and one receives, or one steals and one is stolen from. Covalent is when they're shared. Yes. Anna and Colin's talking. Shh. Yeah, if it was one pair of electrons, specifically, it's a single bond, but it doesn't say whether it's sharing one pairs or two pairs, so it would be covalent in general. Yep, very good. All right, couch.
Done it with 300.
Who done it for 300? Although his wife, Marie Anne, deserves more credit than she's ever received, this man is known as the father of modern chemistry. Do 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 la la. Don't stop. All right. Bump, bump. 1 second.
Is Anton something?
Antoine somebody? Now that would get you half credit on the exam. Yes, Antoine Lavoisier. Lavoisier. All right, amigos, what's up now? Our last 300. This occurs when there is constant movement of particles between at least two phases, but no change in the amount of substance in any phase.
What is equilibrium?
Equilibrium. Dogs. What's up, dogs? What's it called for 200? Is that where we're going? Okay. The scattering of visible light by colloidal particles. Hey, that was fast. I like that. Very good. All right, in the back. It's elemental 200. On the periodic table, this is the name for the vertical columns.
I played these games before.
What is a group?
Groups.
Here's Cook's.
Very good. What are the horizontal ones called? Periods. So the horizontal ones are periods, right? Right. All right. So,
Done it.
who done it for 200? Credited with creating the first atomic theory, 3 of his 5 points are still accepted as true today.
Oh, who is Dalton?
Dalton, John Dalton, very good. Outstanding. All right, amigos. Hola. Hola.
Mixtures and solutions.
Mixtures and solutions for 200. A mixture in which very small particles of one substance are distributed evenly throughout another substance. Shh.
Wait, didn't we already get this one?
No.
No.
Oh, the large part. This is the small part. Oh, it's.
Andrew Leon.
What is a colloid?
What is a colloid?
Hey.
Very good. All right, dogs. Kinetics and energy for 200. This is a measure of the amount of energy within a system. What is enthalpy? Very good. Do you measure up for 200? Scientific notation for this number.
What is 1.23 times 10 to the 8th power? Nope. Or to the 8th, whatever.
All right.
Shut up.
All right, Couch. Doing the last formulator. Where are we going? Okay, they're taking formulate for 200. This is the chemical formula for hydronium.
All hydronium proportions.
What is H3O plus?
Very good. H3O plus. There's your hydronium, H3O plus. All right. Amish Latinas, you're up.
We're gonna go with let's bond.
Let's bond. Finishing out the category.
Bond.
These compounds have a crystal lattice structure.
What?
What are ionic compounds? Very good. Where are we going back there, dogs? What's it called? What's it called? This is the attractive force exerted upon the surface molecules of a liquid that makes the liquid assume the shape having the least surface area. Surface tension. What is surface tension? Very good. Okay, where are we going? It's elemental for 100. These are the 3 main particles that make up atoms, their charges, and where they can be found.
What are neutrons, electrons, and then dang protons?
And what are their charges and where they can be found? So electrons,
Negative.
and where are they found? In the cloud, okay. Neutrons, charge. No charge, and where are they found?
And
In the nucleus, and your last ones are them dang protons, charge? It's electric, okay, positive, and they are found in the nucleus, very good. You're gonna get a little chart to complete, okay? Guys back there, guys over here. Guys, you're gonna have a little chart to complete. And it's gonna have like, it'll say particle charge location, and it'll have one of the boxes filled in for each of those. So it might say neutral, and then you have to know what goes on either side of it. It might say electron, and you have to know what goes in there, and it might say nucleus, you'll figure it out based on that, okay? Process of elimination or whatnot. All right, couch.
Who done it?
Who done it? He is credited with having created the first modern periodic table.
It's Dmitry Mendeleev.
Who is Dmitry Mendeleev? There you go. And over here. Hang on, table. Kinetics and energy 100. This is the measure of the amount of order within a system. I think we already had that question once. It's in here. Entropy. Yep, very good. I think that one may be in there twice. I'm not even sure anymore. That was entropy. You're right. Guys in the back, yo,
yeah.
zip it. It's not your turn. It's not even your turn. So you don't even know because you're talking. All right. It's not their turn
Because they're
because they won't shut up. All right, guys, listen, zip it back there. Seriously. All right, in the middle.
We'll take it.
You'll pick react just because he wanted it. There you go. That's fair. These are 7 signs that a chemical reaction has taken place.
Okay, so,
Color, change in color.
odor,
What are change in color, change in odor, or production of an odor, production of light,
sound.
production of sound, evolution of a gas, change in temperature. You're at 6. There's actually 2 more, but I'm only asking for 7 here.
Oh, that's for precipitate.
Precipitate, yep, and the other one would be electricity, right? There you go. Very good. No, it's not 7 points. It'd be nice if it were 7-point question. All right, in the back, where are we going now, people?
Mixtures and solutions.
Mixtures and solutions for 100. A mixture in which the particles are evenly distributed and not easily separated.
no,
That was in Sink or Swim.
No, it's not.
It's not a law.
True.
There you go. Homogeneous solution. Yes, you got that one. There you go. Now this is going to be a word bank situation, so you can use your process of elimination. All righty, couch. It's a gas. This law tells the relationship between pressure and volume like in a soda bottle. Nope.
Isn't this the
You had the hot air balloon and the pressure cooker. This one's the soda bottle. Try to think back to what those slides look like.
I can't remember what I did last week.
That's true. I can't either. Yep. We already did Charles and Gay-Lussac, so what are we missing?
It's not Brunelli, is it?
No, not Bernoulli.
No more, no more.
Was this the,
Where do you go first? The more-
No, that was last, that was earth science. Pressure and volume, like you are gonna, if you open a soda bottle, you've increased the volume, so what happens to the pressure? It decreases that, so this is the inversely proportional one. Guys, stop. Shh, hey, they're thinking and talking. Give them a second. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do.
we got nothing.
They got nothing. Does anybody know? Nobody's got this one? James? Oh, Liam?
What is Bernoulli?
No, that was 2 years ago. Good try though. Or last year, I guess, last year. James? You know?
And yet he's got nothing.
That kind of sucks because it's named for him.
Yeah,
Forget his name.
it's.
Boyles.
That's what I was.
Boyles. Boyles Law. If this helps you, you kind of have to keep in mind what's going on. But if it says soda bottle, you open it up and you see the bubbles in the soda. It kind of looks like it's boiling. It's not. But if that helps you remember, Boyle's law is the one that goes here, and then that's going to be inversely proportional, right? Because you've increased the volume, and therefore your pressure is decreased, so your gas is coming out.
Which law has to do with the squirt bottle?
You're thinking Bernoulli,
Renew.
but that was physical science.
But I thought this mentioned he's doing it,
It might have been, but
like, very briefly.
yeah. All right, what's up, folks?
Let's go with the measure out.
Do you measure up? And this is good because now our last two are down to, we'll see what happens here. You're not gonna win, but do you measure up? In the mnemonic device, King Henry died unexpectedly drinking chocolate milk. The words of the phrase represent this list of metric prefixes. Yep.
Kilo, hecto, deca, U is just like whatever.
Unit.
B is deci, C, chocolate is centi, and is milli.
And milli. You've got it. Very good. Yeah. Mid, whatever. All right, dogs, wrap us up. Guess it's going to be the formula for 100? All right. Hydroxide. What's the formula? Think about it for a second.
Not a good one. What is it?
What is HOA?
Yeah, they already answered, that's our answer.
Yeah, but it's going to be OH negative. Okay. They were confident though. Yeah, give me an answer in that. Okay, now we have.
Wanna play Secret Swim again?
No, hold on. I'm gonna give you an option. Listen. Gonna give you an option. We have 20 minutes. We can do sink or swim, or I can read directly from the exam. What do you want to do?
Sam.
With these names.
Sink or swim with these? Okay, so let me get a vote. Who votes for sink or swim? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Who votes for directly from the exam? 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a win. Okay.
Why do you not want?
Let's Secret Swim for. I'm scared. And we're still learning.
At the same time.
You can listen.
True. for read directly from the exam. Okay.
Because it's this model. This is gonna be part of the class, right?
Yeah, hang on.
Wait.
Y'all are such nerds. Okay, here we go.
Oh my gosh.
Here's how we're gonna do it. Hand up, answer loudly, everybody else be quiet so that you can hear the actual answers. Let's see, we did that exact one. A description of how close a measurement is to its actual value is. There you go. And Adam with we did that one, let's see, I'm trying to find ones we didn't do exactly. Modern atomic model is called. There are 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd atoms per blank of carbon. Yeah, mole. Mass in grams of 1 mole of a substance is it? Some of these we did, but molar mass. Okay, we did that one. Nobody had a problem with that one. Structure of an ionic compound is?
A crystal lattice.
Crystal lattice. Bond occurs when electrons shared by 2 atoms are held more closely to 1 atom.
Covalent?
What kind? Polar covalent, right? Okay, we did that one. We did that one. Just looking for ones that are either worded differently or people kind of took a while to get. Okay, what is the formula for percentage yield?
Actual yield divided by theoretical yield times 100.
Yes, all right. What bonds are responsible for the unique properties of water?
Hydrogen bonds.
Yes. I got that one. Okay, what's the equation for the ideal gas law? PV equals nRT. What's the most common unit of concentration that's moles per liter? It's also known as molarity. Okay, what factor does not affect solubility? Pressure, temperature, molar mass of solute, or surface area? There you go. We got that one. Okay, a type of surfactant. Your choices are soap, fatty acid, detergent, or nucleic acid. Your answer is going to be?
Detergent.
Yes. Not soap. Detergent. Le Chatelier's, according to Le Chatelier's principle, which is not a factor that can affect equilibrium, temperature, pressure, concentration, or surface area. Yes.
Pressure.
Wait a sec.
Not pressure.
Wait a sec. Let me double check and make sure I didn't word something wrong. Let me come back to that one. I want to make sure I didn't word it wrong. Because it might be worded confusingly because everybody looked at me like, huh? Compounds such as a metal oxide or hydroxide able to react both as a base and an acid. What do we call those? Somebody knows what we call those? Amphoteric.
Yeah.
Call those
Amphoteric.
amphoteric. Like, blue. 1 second. Let me look right there. Like that one.
That's why I think that I'm just spell over it.
Okay. Never mind. A solution that can resist pH change upon the addition of acidic or basic components.
Buffer.
Yep. Who got this one? I think this one was kind of partially gotten. Graphite, coal, and diamond are all what of carbon? Allotropes. What compounds contain only carbon and hydrogen? Hydrocarbons. Okay, these are true or false. You keep your independent variable the same. Yeah, let's see. Yeah. Period is the name given to the vertical divisions or columns of the periodic table. False. A measure of the degree of order within a system is its enthalpy.
False.
False. Calorimetry is an experimental measure of enthalpy. True. A noble gas is a conceptual approximation that helps us model and predict behavior of real gases.
False.
False. What is? Ideal gas. Hydrolysis is the reverse of condensation. True. Half reaction is the amount of time it takes for 1/2 of a radioactive isotope to decay. Let me see. What is the mass in grams of 1 mole of carbon dioxide? Ooh, why don't you take a minute? Oh, he knows right off the top of his head. Do you know? Yeah, but what is it? You had to work that out? What would it be? This is when you need pencils and paper.
3 point something.
I think my answers are all. Oh, no, here they are. Lay down.
Yeah, 3 point something times.
Know how to do that one. You will have a periodic table to give you, like the answer clue. You will have a periodic table to give you your atomic masses, which you'll need. So how would you do it? How would you do that problem? Carbon dioxide. So you take the atomic mass of carbon, and then you take the atomic mass of oxygen. How many oxygens do you have in carbon dioxide? 2. So you would take your carbon is 12 roughly. Oxygen is 16. 16 and 16 are plus 12. That's what you're looking for, is something to that effect, right? Making sure I have this out correctly. Hold on. All right. What's the chemical formula for hydroxide again? Nope. Nope. OH negative. What is the, why don't I have that in here? This is really annoying me. Jeez. This is bizarre. All right, what is the chemical formula for hydronium? H3O plus. Okay. There's a couple of others we've used this year. You're going to have to know something about magnesium sulfate and potassium chloride. I'm not going to tell you whether you need to know the name from the formula or the formula from the name, but know them. Percent composition of percent. If you were told to give me the percent composition for water, would you be able to break that down and tell me what percent of it is hydrogen and what percent of it is oxygen? Okay. And balance equations. You've got 2. You have these 2 in your review packet, the exact equation. So you should be able to do that. Okay. Liquid to gas. Oh, a hypothesis is an idea that can be tested. Cannot be proved or disproved. In order for a hypothesis to be considered, it must be what and repeatable or what?
Or supported
Yep.
or.
Yep, supported or rejected. That's what we're looking for. Supported, unsupported. Shh. Back there. Keep it together. All right, here's our mixy matchy ones where you get your word bank. 2 elements to combine. No, you know what? You have this exact one. I don't need to do it. It's exactly the same in your review packet. Trying to find ones that might be a little different. Shh. Okay, when the pressure, stop banging. When the pressure of a gas is constant, if the temperature increases, the volume does what? Increases. When the volume of a gas is constant, if the temperature decreases the pressure. Okay. When the temperature of a gas is constant, the relationship between its pressure and volume is what proportional? So when its temperature is constant, the relationship between temperature and pressure, there you go. I mean, sorry, pressure and volume. Sorry. You had it right. Proton donators are what? What's a proton donator? Acid or a base? Acid. What's the acceptor? Okay. What's your hydrogen ion concentration scale called? pH is your hydrogen ion. What's your hydroxide ion? POH. That way you can remember hydroxide is OH, right? Not HO? OH. Yep. Reaction rate is the amount of blank used divided by time, or the amount of blank produced divided by time.
Reactant used in product produced.
Yes, reaction rate is the amount of reactant used divided by time, or the amount of product produced divided by time. Splitting by electricity is called what? Guys in the back. Shh. Electrolysis describes chemical changes. What do you call chemical changes made by electric current? It's electrolysis. Yes. What is the slowest step in your reaction? What is it? Rate determining step. Very good. They're exactly the same in your work. We went over this one. I'll do it again. Oxidation involves what of electrons? Makes the charge more positive. As the charges become more positive, particles collect at the oppositely charged electrode known as the anode. Reduction, on the other hand, involves a what? Gain of electrons, makes the charge more negative. As the charges become more negative, particles collect at the oppositely charged anode known as the cathode. Very good. Adenine goes with thymine. Cytosine goes with guanine. Thymine goes with adenine. Guanine goes with cytosine. You got to give me 4 of the 5 factors for reaction rate. Explain the relationship between temperature and entropy. Be as detailed as you can.
The difference between temperature and entropy.
The relationship between temperature and entropy. Entropy is what? The amount of, okay, so if you have temperature increasing, temperature is a measure of what?
How much particles are moving.
Kinetic energy.
Temperature is what?
Did you hear what he just said? Say it again one more time.
The higher the temperature, the more the particles are moving around, so the more disorder there is. The higher.
There you go. The higher the temperature, the higher the entropy, and that's why. When it says explain the relationship, if you write higher temperature means higher entropy, you haven't explained it. Tell me why. Because temperature is defined as what? A measure of the kinetic energy of the particles in a substance. So if you give me the definition for temperature in your answer, temperature is defined as the measure of kinetic energy of particles within a system. If those particles have more energy, they are moving faster around, the temperature will increase. That increased motion decreases organization, increases disorganization, therefore it increases entropy, right? Theory and law. Law tells what a fact. Theory explains, and very good. Give me my 3 science is never settled answers, Caitlin.
A poor understanding in one does not valid.
Mhm.
A good understanding in another.
Yep.
Vice versa. Natural science is about narrowing uncertainties.
Mhm.
And science is not in the binary.
Binary state, very good. When that question came to the team at the back, did anybody see what Jordan was pantomiming as a clue? What were you pantomiming, Jordan, that I said was very clever?
Oh, yeah.
What's he doing? Hey, it's trying to give him binary, 0, 1, 0, 1, very good. Yeah,
Not.
Yeah, but I understand what it is, but yeah, but it's the same concept.
I'm gonna need, binary is 0s and 1s, yep. I'm gonna need 5 signs that a chemical reaction's taken place. I'm gonna need you to give me the percent composition of a certain element within a compound. Know how to do percent composition, right? Go back and look. All of this is in your slides. Remember, all of this is in your slides. You know that you can go in and search, right? Like in Dropbox, you can open up Q3 or what your folder, even whatever. You can search. You can write percent composition in the search box, and it'll pull up the slides that have percent composition on it, right? You know that. Same thing for reviewing how to balance equations. If you need a review on how to balance equations, we have a whole video on that. It's in your resources, right? That whole marshmallow thing where we did it. Do you remember the order that you put your elements in? Remember everybody had to come up with a mnemonic device for that. Remember what they were? Starts with metals, non-metals, hydrogen, oxygen. My neighbor hates oatmeal, whatever it is, whatever your mnemonic was, that's the one that stuck with me from this year. You're gonna get this dealie, right? Know that you're gonna give me atomic mass, you're gonna give me name, you're gonna tell me that it's, what element is that? What element is that? Thank you. Yeah. Right. You're gonna have to give me AMU. Like, you don't have to give me the number, you have to tell me what it is. All right, and it should be the exact same one that's in your review thing. You're gonna have to give me how many atoms are there in 2 grams of a particular element. How many atoms are in 2 grams of the element? And you're gonna give me that number in scientific notation. Your extra credit are going to be calculate hydroxide ion concentration in an aqueous solution that has a concentration of a hydronium ion equal to a certain amount. And the other 2 we've already done. Okay, does anybody have any questions? Any questions? Go into Dropbox. If you've completed your paper packet, go into Dropbox. The same thing is there. If you have PowerPoint, you can download it and do the animations, which make the boxes disappear, just like they do in class. If not, all the answers are there. Do the review, Do the, I'll make sure that, What's a Majigger Sink or Swim is in there, and do the Jeopardy. Practice, practice, practice. Study, study, study. All right. Let's do it. See you next week.